Good evening. Thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Shannon Mowdy. And we're less than 30 minutes away now from an historic ceremony. Newly elected Mayor Lisa Brown will be sworn into office at the Downtown Public Library. And that's where we find KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk. Kyle, have you gotten an impression of how people are feeling tonight?
Well, yeah, Shannon, people are just starting to take their seats here inside the downtown Spokane Library. That swearing-in ceremony starts, as you mentioned, in 30 minutes. But Lisa Brown's first official day as mayor isn't until January 1st. Now, of course, Brown beat current mayor Nadine Woodward by just under 3,000 votes this November. Once she takes office, Brown plans to focus on public safety, homelessness, and the city's budget and deficit, among other things. Now, Brown says she will also launch a nationwide search for Spokane's next police chief, as current chief Craig Meidel is resigning the day before Brown takes office. Tonight, Councilmember-elect Kitty Klitsky will be sworn in right before Brown. A judge from King County is administering that oath. Now, again, tonight's ceremony starts at 5:30. We'll have more coverage coming up tonight at 6, and of course, KREM 2 News 10 and 11. For now, reporting live from the Downtown Library, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Outgoing Mayor Nadine Woodward posted an online message yesterday thanking the city for the opportunity to serve.
Now, Spokane is transitioning, and with change comes uneasiness. My focus these past few weeks has been on doing my part to make the transition as smooth as possible for the 2,400 employees who deliver city services at a high level each and every day.
Mayor Woodward said serving as mayor was the honor of a lifetime. She has not publicly shared what she plans to do next. The King Road home where 4 University of Idaho students were killed last year is scheduled to be torn down tomorrow. The home has been closed off with security parked out front for more than 13 months. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun breaks down how we got to this point and what the university hopes comes from the demolition. Nathan?
This milestone comes with mixed emotions for the families of the victims and the University of Idaho community. Today, I spoke with Maddie Mogan's dad over the phone. Ben Mogan tells me that he fully supports the university's decision to tear the home down. He tells me that he never wanted anyone to live in that home again. KREM 2 received a news statement from the Gonzalez and Coronado family asking the Latah County Prosecutor's Office and the University of Idaho to stop the demolition of the home. It says, quote, "When the victims can't speak, you have to speak for them when you feel someone is hurting the case. We all along have just wanted the King Road home to not be demolished until after the trial and for us to have a trial date so that we can look forward to justice being served. Is that really too much to ask?" Jody Walker with the university says it's worked with the prosecution and defense through this process. The school was waiting for the go-ahead on demolition, and KREM 2 received a statement the University of Idaho got from the Latah County prosecuting attorney about the home. It says, quote, "Based on our review of Idaho case law, the current condition of the premises is so substantially different than at the time of the homicides that a jury view would not be authorized." The home has been the center of national media attention since the murders happened. I had the chance to take a look at the timeline of what's happened at the home. The Moscow Police Department didn't remove the victim's personal belongings until almost a month after the murders on December 7th of 2022. Then on December 29th, it was announced that a private company would begin cleaning the house. The very next day, the suspect was arrested and the suspect's defender filed a motion to preserve the home until February of this year. Then on February 24th, the university announced the owners of the home were donating it to the university. U of I Communications Director Jody Walker says that's when the university announced plans to demolish the home sometime before the 2023-2024 school year.
We have not made it secret since the home was given to us last spring that our intent was to demolish the house.
At the end of June, crews began the process of cleaning the home. On June 29th, an attorney for U of I said the families of 3 victims did not want the house torn down until the case is resolved. On July 12th, the university said the home will stand until October. In October, Walker says the university reevaluated when the home should be demolished. The university said that's when they made the decision to wait until students were no longer on campus.
We really came down to this time over the winter break in an attempt to keep from impacting our students who are here on campus.
Then on December 14th, the university announced the home will be demolished on December 28th. Over the past 2 weeks, the prosecution and defense have walked through the home to gather photos and measurements. The university says their decision to tear down the home is for the well-being of their students.
We continue to heal as a community, and this is definitely a step toward that. And all the credit in the world to our students. They have just been incredible over the last year, pulling together, supporting each other.
Walker says once the home is demolished, there are no plans yet for what will happen to the property.
So our students, we've talked with them regularly, and they have been supportive of the house coming down. They see it as a path forward.
Prosecutors have asked for the trial to take place this summer. The demolition marks the end of the university spending $700 a day on security outside the home. The university says they've spent their own money for security since they took ownership of the house this past spring. The university says the home will be demolished tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., but it may take several days to completely clear the site. The university says the debris from the home will be taken to a local debris site, and I will be in Moscow for the demolition cleanup tomorrow. In the studio, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Right now on our streaming platform, KREM 2 Plus, we have a full special honoring the 4 victims 1 year after the tragedy. KREM 2 Plus is free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Taking a break from the headlines with a check of our forecast, we're keeping an eye on the potential for some rain and snow in some parts of the region before we get some warmer temperatures. So let's check in with meteorologist Michelle Boss.
And we're definitely talking more about rain than snow, which is kind of surprising this time of year, not what you'd necessarily expect, but it has been a mild December so far. As we take a look at satellite and radar, you are seeing more rain than snow on our radar loop here. A little bit of light snow potentially over the Waterville Plateau and maybe some of those northern valleys in north central Washington. But for the most part, it's mainly light rain moving through eastern Washington at this time. Moses Lake picked up 0.07 of an inch over the last couple of hours, and that light rain continues to move towards Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but temperatures are well above freezing at 36 degrees in Spokane, 35 in Coeur d'Alene. It's near 40 in Moses Lake and 40 degrees even in Othello and Ritzville, 47 in Lewiston, and in the 40s across the Palouse. Short-term forecast brings that rain here through this evening, and otherwise not a lot of precipitation overall. Things should quiet down after midnight tonight, and looking at partly sunny skies for tomorrow. Highs in the lower 40s. Early morning could be some slick spots on roads just as that wet weather turns icy in the untreated spots, but otherwise, again, highs in the 40s on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.